Hi, this is aplushashley with atlhiphop.com, and I'm live at the A3C Music Festival. Right now I have an artist who has a very unique story, and I'm really pleased to share it. I actually first heard you yesterday at the Jeezy keynote address, which was, I think, a phenomenal address. I mean, he literally has transformed from the snowman into this very illustrious, worldly, thoughtful gentleman who has a really compelling motivational message to share, and actually made me feel motivated to manifest my destiny to be excellent in everything that I do. And you, at the event, shared a story about your dedication to hip-hop in the form of your travel here. So why don't you give us a little bit of background about how you actually made it here to be in this interview right now?
Fantastic.
And your name is, before we even get you to speak, Limitless, which I think is a perfectly fitting name for you.
Thank you very much. I drove down from Toronto with three of my boys. Believe it or not, I was the designated driver with no legs and everything like that. My boy Scott Ramirez took over for about 3 hours so I could crash in the back seat for a little bit, but for 15 hours of that drive, I was the driver.
Okay. Now, all of you indie artists sitting there wondering why your stuff is not popping off. When is the last time that you have driven with no arms, no legs, 15 hours?
So it was 19 altogether with stops and everything.
Yeah, okay. Please, this is a dedication check right here, okay? So tell us a little bit about why it was so important for you to come to A3C.
So I had a form of meningitis when I was 4 months old. All the blood in my body stopped. The doctors had to find where, amputate my hand, some fingers, and my feet. Now, the doctors told my mom that there was a less than 2% chance of survival for me. I was supposed to be dead right out the womb. I'm still here. And, I have a very unique message that I can spread and that I can send. And we were talking earlier, music is a universal language. Worldwide Choppers, Tech 9, it's one of my favorite songs. There's dudes on that track, I don't understand a word that's coming out of their mouths. But I feel their passion through the way that they spit their bars. And once you feel that, there's no coming back from it.
Oh, my God. So I think, and with everything that we do, sometimes you're so embedded into a culture that you forget exactly how special it is. And what you said just really helped to reinforce to me, and I'm sure to everyone who watches this video, how powerful hip-hop is as a global culture. You let me know earlier that you actually started as a motivational speaker. And I said, well, that's really awesome that you decided to use hip-hop as the vehicle for your motivation. Can you tell me exactly how you plan to use hip-hop to improve the world and to help people to understand your limitless message?
Absolutely. I mean, growing up with my physical challenge, that's just, not even a fraction of my story. My dad split on my mom when I got sick, single mother. It's a story that a lot of people, sadly go through. And I just have a whole nother way to spread that message that, we all have obstacles. Every single one of us, I would not sit back and say my story is any less or more important than anybody else's. We all have our obstacles. It's up to you to find your lane and how you're going to not just jump over or go around, but to bust through those obstacles and leave them in your trail, right? And for me, hip-hop has always been a huge, huge passion of mine. And, being here yesterday in that Young Jeezy panel was huge for me. My single right now, I wrote it when I was 15 years old to Soul Survivor almost 12 years ago. So to be able to get to address Jeezy and tell him that as an artist, that's huge for me, right?
Well, I think now all of you can understand why A3C is such an amazing event. It's not that this conference is just such a popping conference. It's that it brings together people all on a collective mission to use hip-hop to leverage their dreams and to improve the world, hopefully, or at least improve their families. So thank you so much, Limitless. Let me know what you want people to check out and where they can find you online.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Shane Smith, SHAYNE, Smith11, and you can find me on YouTube at No Limit Brand on the YouTube. And yeah, my one message, if I want y'all to take one thing away from this interview, I hear cats always putting out, tracks where it's called "The Sky Is the Limit." You can do whatever you want. The sky is the limit. Real talk. We have Felix Baumgartner skydive from space. How can we sit here and say the sky is the limit? Let me tell you right now, there is no limit to what any single person out there watching this interview, sitting at home. There's no limit to what you can achieve. Just make sure that you put your heart into it, and it's yours.
I don't think I can say anything better than that. No limit is my new personal mantra and hashtag. Thank you so much for sharing your inspirational story. Thank you for coming here to A3C. We all appreciate it and the positive energy that you brought all the way down from Toronto. Thank you so much. All right. Thanks, A3C. This is aplushashley with atlhiphop.com. I'm here with Limitless. This was just a moving interview for me. I hope that you appreciate it as much as I do. Thank you.